fucking computer. All right, folks, I have a lesson for y'all. I have an energy drink addiction, and I
Eddie,
learned
just because
something.
you have friends like that doesn't mean you can say that word. Just throwing
I
that out there.
what addiction?
No. What you were saying
What
before we were
energy
recording.
drinks?
Sure.
Assholes?
Sure.
Folks,
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
don't become addicted to energy drinks or caffeine because the one time, well, I did and still am somewhat addicted. You can ask Fernie.
Am somewhat addicted.
Fuck you. I I only drink one a day. Like enough.
Sure.
Um, Actually, you know what? Let me open my fridge. So I buy them all at the beginning of the week. So here's all the ones I have in my fridge. One for each day of the week. There we go. But if you ever become addicted to caffeine, you will. This happened to me. I tried going cold turkey for a full day because I noticed I was drinking 3 a day. The day that I went cold turkey, I had the shakes, I had the sweats, I was throwing up, I like the room was spinning. Apparently, at one point, I told Nikki, "Let me just buy one just to take the edge off."
Fucking kill me.
I apparently,
Fucking kill me.
dude, I felt like that. I felt I was detoxing, and it felt like shit. So
Yeah,
that
you're
that was
supposed to
fun.
wean yourself off of caffeine like every 3 months.
See, for any, here's the thing: I don't do anything half-assed. I either go whole acid or not at all.
Yeah, but that's why you're supposed to take like a month off of caffeine.
Fuck you! I'm gonna take a month off caffeine.
God
Fuck,
forbid.
fuck no! I'll give you 2 days tops. I am never going a full month without caffeine. I can
God
only imagine
forbid.
how much worse this is gonna get when I have kids.
Dad, why are you hitting me? Just because you don't have your fix?
Shut up and go give me my medicine. That's a great intro. Bernie, hit the intro.
Hey, everybody, this is Fernando from the Rollback Podcast, and today Eddie and I are recording talking about Transformers Rise of the Beast, the sequel to Bumblebee, and subsequently the soft reboot of the Transformers franchise.
So this is a full-on reboot, right? Like the Michael Bay movies no longer
Yeah,
exist.
those don't exist.
Did they ever say that out loud in the movie or like in a press conference or something?
Well, I mean the whole
Unicron.
oh no, yeah, the Unicron, I think. Do you not remember the last night?
Fun fact: never saw the last night. It looks so stupid. I
It's
didn't. It
it
looks like
is hot garbage
like good garbage
and
or hot or like bad garbage.
bad garbage.
All right.
Like I think Unicron was Earth.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
That. Oh, who gave
Yep.
Michael Bay all the keys? Fuck me. All right.
I have no idea what he had over Paramount, but he had something that apparently just, he probably had like the president of Paramount getting fiddled by somebody, and he was like, "You're gonna give me these goddamn movies, or I'm releasing these pictures."
Honestly, knowing everything we know about Hollywood today, not surprised. You're probably right, man. You're probably right.
I
Nice.
mean, I'm just like, so what did you think about Bumblebee?
The dude, I really
The
liked it.
standalone.
I
The
really
standalone.
like.
It was good.
It was great. It was funny. It was heartfelt. It was everything you wish the Michael Bay films had been. Like it had
Mm-hmm.
heart, it had story. It was funny. It
Mm-hmm.
was you make this analogy a lot, how Marvel doesn't always have their didn't have the heavy hitters, so they had to make
Yeah.
like Thor and Iron Man work. Bumblebee didn't have the luxury of like Optimus Prime or Megatron. It only had one Autobot and like two bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to make the
Yeah.
most of it. And I think they succeeded. What did you think of Bumblebee? You liked it, right?
Yeah, I thought Bumblebee was really good. I thought it was a good I guess soft reboot. Because I mean, it's not like it's a complete reboot because we know these characters. We've already been introduced to them, but it's a new story.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think in the future, I might be jumping on the head a little bit, but when they do a sequel for this film, for Transformers Rise of the Beasts, do
Mhm.
you think they'll bring back Haley Steinfeld?
I don't know, to be honest. I think they'll bring back this the guy from this one. What was his
Anthony
name?
Ramos? Anthony Ramos?
No, but his character's name?
Oh, Noah Diaz.
Noah. Yeah, I think they'll bring him back because I mean he has that whole arc with Mirage
Yeah.
and but I don't know about Haley Steinfeld, maybe, but I mean remember this movie jumps like 10 years into the future.
Slap a wig on her, she'll be fine. Or she aged really well, just say that.
Because like I mean it jumped like from I think what 90 or 86 to like 94 or 95.
It just says 90s. 94.
Yeah,
And Bumblebee takes place. What's the
I think
year?
86.
It doesn't fucking say year. It just says the 80s. Oh, 1986. Oh, 1987. 7 years. No, they could do it. It's only a 7 year time jump. She would be 25, almost 30 in the sequel, probably. She could make it work.
Yeah, but you won't be able to age her up that much.
But isn't Haley Steinfeld that old?
No,
How old is she? She's
she's in her
26.
20s.
She's 26. She can play a 26-year-old.
Yeah, but depends on what year they make the new movie.
Oh, make it a 95. Done. End the story. There you go. I fixed your movie, Paramount. But yeah, so this movie it opens actually with the beat with the Maximals, right?
Yeah, it
Um,
starts
did,
off on the Maximals homeworld.
were
Which
you?
I don't know about you. Did you watch Beast Wars as a kid?
Yes, I was about to ask you if you did.
I remember seeing it. I don't remember like being all into the story,
Yeah,
but weren't the Maximals just the Autobots transformed into the Maximals?
you are 110% correct. Yes,
I was like,
Megatron,
I'm not crazy.
Starscream. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they were, but in this iteration, I guess they decided that they would make the Maximals their own like thing, they're
Yeah, like
completely
their own
separate
like their own breed of
transformer.
robot.
I guess
Yeah.
if Transformers is the species, you have Autobots, Decepticons, Predacons, Maximals, and what are the dinosaur ones that we had? They were dinosaurs. I remember that.
Those were they showed those, remember in the
Dude, they did not show them. They featured them for like 30 seconds. I was pissed at that movie. I bought tickets just to see the dinosaur Transformers. Fucking, I got blue balled like the Hobbit.
how'd you get blue balled like the Hobbit?
I remember I went to go watch it with you, and I was waiting for Smaug, and fucking showed up for 30 seconds at the end of the film.
Well, it was we saw the first movie. We already knew that it was gonna be a 2 or 3 part movie.
I know, but I expected him to be like the Darth Vader, like the big bad for all three films. But I didn't like.
Mm,
We saw him for. I've never read The Hobbit. I'm not a. I'm
That's your
not.
fault.
I'm not a Lord of the
The
Rings nerd.
Dinobots.
Dinobot. Okay, thank you. Dinobots. Um,
The one thing that threw me off was the Terracons. Because I was like, that's not their name.
Terracons. Who the fuck are the Terracons?
Remember Unicron calls Scourge and his group Terracons.
Oh, that's right. I wonder why. That's weird. Is that an actual thing?
No,
Leader of the
they're
Terracons.
supposed to be the Predacons.
I wonder why they call. Maybe they're gonna make the Predacons and Terracons. If they sound, I don't hear a problem with it. Right, with the
Mm.
Predacons. I don't fucking know. Maybe they didn't have the copyright for it, or they're making toys. They can make toys. Own all 5 sets. Terracons, Predacons, and all the others. But yeah. So, what do you think of Scourge as a villain? Like, he's kind of the face, and he's played
He,
by Peter Dinklage.
oh yeah, he is.
Dude, I
It
didn't
gives you like
know.
a Megatron vibe.
Dude, I felt like he was better than Megatron because he actually got some wins. Like he murdered some people. He took it to them.
Oh yeah, he was beating the shit out of the Autobots. Like he was pretty much making it seem as though like he was way above them. And did you notice like you know how he cuts off the emblems of whoever he kills?
Yeah,
And there was some Decepticon
yeah,
medals on his shoulder.
yeah. I saw that too. Um, I love the fact that he was the same kind of automobile as Optimus Prime, but like an older version. Did you
Yeah.
notice that? I like that. I like the duality. I liked when they went at each other in the mountains, like before the final act, when they first go toe to toe, and he just rips him to fucking shreds. Like
You know what's weird is that Scourge isn't in the original Beast Wars.
it. No, that makes sense. I remember having a conversation with Alex once, and he told me that there are
Oh yeah, Alex
Transformers.
was all Transformers.
Oh yeah, no, like all over the place. And he told me that there are Autobots. I mean, there are Transformers that are not like Autobots or Decepticons. They're neutral territory. They're just like
Like
they're
the
mercenaries.
Hitman in
Yeah,
Transformers 4.
lockdown. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're freelancers. Like, hey man, if you hire me, I'll kill whoever you want me to kill.
You know what's weird? They still have not shown like Megatron at all.
Good, dude. He's meant to be.
They've
He's
only like from the Decepticons, from what I can remember in the Bumblebee movie, they only showed Starscream and Soundwave.
yeah, no, but dude, I think that's perfect. See, I always you and me are wrestling fans. I always thought that they should have built up um Megatron to be like the Ric Flair, like the final boss you have to get through. You know what I mean? You have to fight through the four
Mm-hmm.
horsemen. You have to fight through the lower ranking guys to get to the big guy. You know, that is who Megatron should be, not like the big villain in the first film. Like you're blowing your load in the first film. What do you do next? How do you follow it? You should.
So, what'd you think of the Maximals being their own like subspecies?
I think it's perfect because they're gonna get their apparently they're gonna get their own film series. They're working on a spin-off. I like the Maximals though. I think there's a lot going on with them. They're interesting characters. I love the fact that Optimus Primal and Optimus
Mm-hmm.
Prime kind of butted heads a little bit on what to do and how to do it. And how
Yeah, like
Primal,
Optimus Primal was more like understanding and trusting of humans, while
yeah.
Optimus Prime is kind of like, fuck these people. They should be dead. We don't need them.
Yeah. Well, I like, dude, it was cool because in the all the other films, Optimus Prime is portrayed as this like all-knowing leader who just like has his shit together that you follow this great man into battle. I
Yeah.
love that in this one they kind of tore him down and he had to learn. He's not always right.
What'd you think
He's
of Ron Perlman as Optimus Primal?
dude, fucking perfect spot on casting. Fucking perfect. And the fact that he has said it himself in interviews. I don't know if you've seen him. He's starting to get up there in years where he's probably going to take a backseat and do mostly voice acting going forward.
Well, I think he has the
So,
voice for it.
oh, he has a perfect voice for it.
I
Him and
wish
Peter
that they
Cullen
would
could trade off.
I wish that they would use that voice and finish off his Hellboy like trilogy.
So, I actually just looked it up. Peter Cullen, the guy who voices Optimus Prime, is 81. So
Yeah.
he's knocking any day now. Ron Perlman, perfect guy to just step right in that role.
Hmm.
But no, I liked it. I liked it. What do you think of Mirage? What do you think of Pete Davidson?
You know, I thought I was gonna hate him in this movie because I forgot that he was even in this movie.
Yeah.
And so like he started talking and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like I feel like I know that voice. But you know, he actually wasn't that bad.
Dude, I really liked him. I thought it's crazy because he made me like Mirage in one movie more than I liked Optimus Prime in the original Transformers like 7 film series. Or how many
I
films?
think
Five
my
film series.
biggest gripe with this movie is just that, you know, I feel like there was no recognizable characters in this movie on the Autobots roster as far as Bumblebee and um Optimus
Optim-
Prime.
yeah.
Like
Well, who are the other
at
characters?
least what you can say for the Michael Bay original, it had Ironhide, it had Ratchet, it had Bumblebee, it had Optimus. Like it
Yeah.
had the heavy hitters
Yeah.
of Autobots. And then this one, like I always the whole time I was watching, I was like, why does it seem like the Decepticons and and the Terracons have all the cool shit while the fucking Autobots don't have anything?
You know, I feel like this movie was them slowly progressing in a way where they're going to build the roster because I felt my biggest problem with the first five films, I guess technically the first four because I didn't see the fifth one, is that all the other bots I couldn't tell them apart during certain scenes. Like with the exception of Optimus and Bumblebee, they're all just gray, brown, black hunks of mass that like all just mix up. Whereas in this one, it was very clear who was what's her name? What's her name? What's her name? I can't find it. RC, who was Mirage, who
Mhm.
was Scourge. You know, you could actually fucking tell them apart for once, and I
I don't
I
know
like
what the
that.
other characters were, the one on the Terracons.
The
Like
let's
I don't know their names.
Nightbird, he was the ninja. That was the ninja, and that was played by the first transgendered voice actor to voice a role in the franchise. Good for them. Uh,
Cool.
Wheeljack, Crystal. Oh, hey, that was Danny Rojas. He played Wheeljack. I liked Wheeljack
Who's Danny Rojas?
from Ted Lasso.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember. Hey, are you Mexican? Is that racist? But how's that racist? You're an
Oh,
Autobot. I'm
him.
Mexican. Dude, this movie was funny.
No, it was good. I liked it. Yeah, my only biggest gripe is that the whole time I was just like, okay, like they don't have anyone on this fucking team. Like everyone seems weak. Like the one that they picked up in Peru, the one that Danny Rojas plays,
Yeah,
I'm like,
the bus.
he is practically fucking useless.
He's a scientist. He's a lover, not a fighter.
RC's tiny as shit is gonna get her ass kicked. Like the only ones that were worth a damn were Bumblebee and Mirage, kinda. Even Mirage got his ass kicked.
He held his own for a minute. He held out against Scourge longer than Optimus Prime did initially.
I mean, I guess, but he still got his ass kicked.
I mean, and Prime watched Bumblebee get killed, and he didn't do nothing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Didn't he get killed like surprised?
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, remember he was going in. Scourge was about to kill Optimus. Bumblebee jumps in. Scourge like stabs him, rips off his like insignia, and tells Prime
Mm-hmm.
like, "Let this be a lesson to you," and drops Bumblebee's body. And after
Mm.
that, like Prime is like, "Where I'm gonna avenge him and I'm gonna kill him." Which again, fucking finally, like stakes. I love that Optimus is pissed off and angry and showing some fucking emotion. Like you never see him react with anger. So to finally see that is just
Well,
fucking
one of the
beautiful.
biggest problems about the first movies, the Michael Bay movies, is that it was always that Optimus was just in the background. He never really did anything. He only popped up like the big moments.
Yeah.
And in this one, like he actually does shit.
And not only that though, man, he holds his own. Like it's not like he gets his ass kicked, but you're seeing him become that great warrior of legend. Like even Optimus Primal, it says like, "Oh, I was named after the great legend." You it's like what?
Yeah.
And he's like, "He was not who I thought he would be." That's a cool story. It's like
Yeah.
how often do you get to meet your hero and then you're like, "Man, I thought you'd be better." Like it's almost
You've
like
never heard that expression? Never meet your heroes?
yeah, but I've always heard it in a negative connotation of like, "Oh,
It is
you're
a negative connotation because we hold them in such high regard, but
no,
we forget they're people.
no." But there's a difference between like, "Oh, he's still learning," and "Oh, this guy's a piece of shit." Like Optimus Prime was never a bad guy. He just didn't have his shit together. Like he was still learning to be a leader.
Mm.
Also,
The only other gripe I had was that the Maximals don't really talk.
No, you're
except for
right. They didn't.
Air Razor and Optimus Primal. They're the only ones that talked.
No, you're right about that. You're right about that.
Like Cheetor didn't like said a few words. Rhinox says absolutely nothing.
No, you're right about that. You're completely right. They're very
Utilized.
underdeveloped. Yeah, but if it's true that they're trying to do a sequel, like a spin-off, like trilogy for the beasts, I'm not against it. I'm not against them getting their own film series and developing them further. What it's going to be on, I don't know, but I hope it's good. I think it will be. Um, what's it called? So the story. What do you think of Noah Diaz? Because I liked him like all the way from him trying to get a job to help his family, caring about his little brother, doing what he has to do to like, hey man, this is my world too, and all that. What did you think?
If I had to rank them in human characters that have been in this movie or been in these movies, I'd say he's in the top. Like as far as usefulness, I'd say he's probably number one. Then Mark Wahlberg's character, then Sam Witwicky, and then Haley Steinfeld's character. Haley Steinfeld's character is last, mostly because she didn't really like fix anything. She was just a really good person,
Yeah,
which isn't bad. Like she served in other purposes, but like as far as usefulness, like in a fight, like Noah actually does do something,
yeah,
and Cade actually did something.
yeah. But Cade was.
Mark Wahlberg's character.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I did not like him in the first one. I mean, in the Extinction, Age of Extinction. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they were making those that initial 5 films because it never felt like they had an overarching story. It felt like they were just writing about the seat of
Well,
their pants
remember
the whole
it
time.
ended at the third one, Dark of the Moon,
Yeah, but there was
and
no.
and then and then Age of Extinction came out like in 2014.
Yeah,
Dark of the Moon came out when we were sophomores in high school.
wait. It was Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of
Age.
Extinction,
Mm-hmm.
The Last Night.
Yep.
What did The Last Night do? Like, did he even leave off? Like, what was the
It was supposed to
problem?
set up Unicron.
But it see, there you go. Why the fuck weren't you setting up Unicron during the initial trilogy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I feel like they dropped a lot of balls.
Like the only thing that they had in Dark of the Moon that I will give them this is that surprise turn of Sentinel Prime.
Oh, being a bad guy?
Yeah.
What's it called? I like that. I hated the fact that Megatron killed Sentinel Prime and then Optimus killed Megatron. Like that feels like such a cheap way to go.
Yeah.
Like, or fucking have Megatron and Optimus team up against Sentinel and be like, look, we can kill each other later. This dude is gonna fuck us both over. Partners, partners. And like it's one of those cool moments. It's like seeing Goku and Vegeta team up against Frieza, for example. Like it's
Mhm.
an oh shit moment. Like when you see two mortal enemies back each other up. And I feel like the initial series dropped a lot of balls, whereas I feel like here they're going in the right direction. We even get that cool line where Optimus Primal and Optimus Prime are fighting one dude, and Primal just goes off and kills him with a spike ball, and Optimus even tells him he was mine. Like little things like that matter, and they build, and it gets good.
Mhm.
Um, what's it called? So a lot of people in this film about this film praise the writing, the characters, the direction, the humor, the lightheartedness. The big thing that people are dumping on is the third act. What do you think?
Where does the third act start? When Bumblebee dies and they go for the tower?
No, once the Terracons have the key and they begin the process of bringing Unicron. And yeah, people that's the one thing that a lot of critics are bitching about was that it felt too much CGI, too many plot conveniences, too many
It's a
MacGuffins.
fucking movie about robots in disguise. Too much CGI. What? You want them to make a 30-foot fucking tall robot?
Hey man, I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's what people were saying.
Well, that's why I stopped listening to critics, because even YouTube critics got annoying, especially the ones that get paid for this shit.
We'll be sure to be annoying when we start getting paid for this shit, which might actually be sooner than we think.
I just think they forget that these movies are not meant to be taken seriously.
You think maybe they just because it becomes a job that they begin to hate it, so they just like they're bitter.
Probably. Like one of my favorite like reviewers was Jeremy Johns, and like now everything he reviews, he sounds like a bitter old bitch.
Oh God. Well, okay, so did you like that final fight? Did you like that like whole big third act like action sequence with the tower?
You know, they were getting their ass kicked, and we don't know what was gonna happen at the end of that movie. Like for all we know, it could leave off on a cliffhanger, and Unicron could get through that fucking hole.
Yeah.
Like, like there's no like predisposition of being like, oh, like they're gonna win. They have to win.
Yeah.
What one thing I will say is that one of my favorite aspects about this movie that you didn't mention was the soundtrack.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Talk to me about the soundtrack.
The soundtrack was perfect. Like it was all like quintessential 90s music, mostly hip hop. Um Even Bumblebee's song when he finally wakes up. Even then, another fucking Autobot that's utterly useless. That old fucking plane that they had.
Which again, that threw me off because he was in the Michael Bay movies, wasn't he?
No, that was Jetfire.
Oh, fair enough.
And even then, Jetfire wasn't an old fucking Autobot or a Decepticon in the TV show. He was a spaceship.
Transformer. What's it called? But wasn't there an old plane transformer that they talked to during Age of
Yeah,
Extinction?
Jetfire. No, not during Age of Extinction. During d- uh Fallen, Revenge of the
No,
Fallen.
found it right here. It's this fucker. Let me share my screen real quick.
Isn't it Jetfire?
This fucker. Jetfire. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's
But
Jetfire.
he's in Age of
He comes
Extinction.
out. He doesn't come out in Age of Extinction.
That's what this says.
He came out in Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm right. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Because he like disassembles himself and puts all of his parts on Optimus to make him fly.
Oh, that's right. He becomes like a Sonic Jet Optimus Prime. I forgot about that.
Like honestly, this movie has what the Michael Bay movies don't have.
Which is
Character, heart, and a good story. And a pretty like clean story. But one thing that the Michael Bay movies had that I will give them this is they had iconic characters like Ratchet, Ironhide. Even in the Age of Extinction, last night they had Hound. They had the new characters Crossfire, and those characters were also really good, like really well voice acted and really entertaining. Like
Mhm.
that's my biggest gripe with this movie is that I was just like, why don't the Autobots have anybody that's fucking good?
You
Like I feel
know,
like all these dorks can get beat the shit out of by anybody.
maybe it would be worth like doing a rewatch of all the original Transformers films.
I'm down.
Okay.
I like the first. Yeah, I like honestly the original trilogy. I really do.
I will go to bat for the first one. Then the third one somewhat. The second one was too stupid. I hate what they did to Sam. They made him a little bitch. They did have that great forest fight though. I'll give you that. They had a great forest fight.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I mean, I didn't hate all those movies like most people did. Even the fourth one, I enjoyed the fourth one. I mean, it's not a movie that I'm gonna be like, oh man, it just has such a deep story.
I mean, these movies don't have to have a deep story, but just fucking make it make sense. That's all we ask.
It made sense. There's robots in disguise. Some of them are dinosaurs.
God damn it. Yeah. Fair enough. So do you want to talk
God
about
forbid.
do you want to talk about this film's fucking crazy ass nuts cliffhanger finale?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the end credit scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly wasn't expecting it at all.
Me neither. Folks, well, fucking, we've been talking about spoilers.
We've already talked about spoilers.
Yeah, fuck it.
But yeah, like the fucking I thought it was gonna set up Sector 7 again.
I,
Like when he
you,
hands him the card, I was like, oh, it's Sector 7. Like we saw Sector 7 in Bumblebee with John Cena.
yeah.
But no, it's fucking G.I. Joe, America's Heroes.
Dude. So they've talked about a crossover with GI Joe
Well,
since the
there's a
first
comic
trans.
book.
Well, there is a comic where they cross over.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
But
Marvel released a comic book of Autobot of Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover.
see, so the GI Joe crossover apparently it's official, but they've been talking about the crossover ever since the first Michael Bay film. Like that far back, they were like, we want to do a crossover, but for
Mm-hmm.
some reason, Hasbro decided to license out GI Joe to I don't know if it was Sony or I don't know who
That
it
was
was.
Paramount.
Was it Paramount still? Well, for some reason, they just never got on the same fucking page when it came to.
Well, did you see the Snake Eyes reboot
Yes,
origin story?
yes. Was it
It
good?
was it was hot garbage.
Ugh.
First of all, Snake Eyes is kind of a dick, and they completely changed his origin. He talks, which is annoying. And yeah, they just completely changed his origin. They made him Asian, which he never was in the comics.
Well,
Yeah, it was really shit movie.
what's it called? I keep waiting for. So the GI Joe movie. It was what was it? The first one was released in what 2007?
9, I think.
No, no 9 was Rise of Cobra.
Yeah, that's the first G.I. Joe movie.
Wait, that's the first one? Why the fuck didn't they do
Yeah.
GI Joe and then GI Joe the rest? Oh, Retaliation was the second one. Okay,
Yeah.
so ever since then they were planning on doing a crossover between GI Joe and Transformers. They've been wanting to do it, but they could never get everyone on the same page and the same schedule. Now apparently they're going to do the crossover Transformers versus GI Joe. I don't
Well, they're
know.
rebooting G.I. Joe for
Yeah, that's true. Which I good call. They needed that. They needed to do that.
which I'm just like, how like I don't know how you fuck up G.I. Joe in the first place.
Because
Like I like the second one. I honestly did like the second one with The Rock.
yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like maybe the problem was that they were going like they were all so sporadic and all over the
Well, they
place.
killed off Channing. They killed off Duke in the second one.
That's true. I remember that part. Because Channing Tatum didn't want anything to do with
Yeah,
it.
he didn't want to do that shit anymore.
Which I'm like, dude, it's a good paycheck. Shut the fuck up and take the money. But fine. Fine.
Actors, what can I say?
Fucking prima donnas. No, but let me go do Magic Mike the Last Dance.
Yeah,
Which
go fucking dance on Salma Hayek.
I mean, I don't think that's the insult we want it to be, but yeah, go dance with Sam Hayek. Holy
That's what
shit.
you've been. What?
Magic. So the first Magic Mike only cost 7 mil and they made $167 million.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to get dudes to take off their clothes, Eddie.
And then second one was 14 mil, made 122 mil. God damn it, I hate this. How much did the last one make?
Chicks are perverts.
Oh,
What
thank
can I
God.
say?
Thank God. The last one cost $45 million.
And how much did they make?
57.
They barely broke even.
Be still my aching heart. Thank God something failed. Ugh. But that said, Transformers. So, what do you think is going to happen with the GI Joe crossover? And will we see John Cena?
Uh, maybe we'll see John Cena. Maybe he becomes Duke.
What was his name in the original? And do you think they're just going to call him like codename Duke?
Dude, I don't remember. Like, I honestly don't remember his name in the original.
Jack Burns.
That's a very military name.
I mean, he could change his name to Duke, like that's his code name.
But like, if they're gonna do it, I want like the recognizable crew from G.I. Joe. Like, I want Duke, Roadblock, like Lady Jade. I want recognizable fucking G.I. Joes. And at least they'll give us a human element.
Okay, so I have a question for you then. So Paramount has the movie rights to three major franchises that I think would be fun. Obviously, Transformers. They have GI Joe. They also have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, don't they have like all of Hasbro shit?
Do they? Let
I
me
think
see.
they do.
Well, what other Hasbro property would you make a movie off of? Let's see. Hasbro toy lines. Let's see. List of all Hasbro toys.
Well, I
And oh
mean, they've
fuck that.
made Transformers, they've made Battleship, they made Ouija, GI Joe.
Let's see.
Uh,
Transformers, My Little Pony.
oh, that's pretty much it.
I wonder, huh?
Battleship.
But
No one
like,
talks about Battleship.
I thought, okay, this is my dumb little brain talking. I thought it didn't have a bad
Oh,
premise.
Power Rangers.
They have
They
the
also have, well, like Hasbro makes Power Rangers. So,
dude. Imagine a four-way crossover between GI Joe, Power Rangers,
well,
TMNT,
they
and
tried to make
Transformers.
a Power Rangers movie, remember?
I didn't think it was bad.
I didn't hate it. I liked it.
I don't know why they don't continue with it though. Did no
Mm.
one just want to do a sequel? Did it not make enough money or what?
I don't know, dude. People
Oh
are bitches.
no, yeah, I didn't make enough money. It cost about 100 mil and it only made 142.
Yeah, that's not a good that's not a
They're
good sign.
they're working on a reboot that where the plot would take place in the 1990s, and they tapped a director by the name of Brian Edward Hill to write the script.
Hmm.
Dude, we might be looking at a full-on crossover between these four franchises.
Hmm.
I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. I could see GI Joe telling the Power Rangers like, "Your children give us the fucking anamorphic, things that make you super soldiers. Like your kids, stop it." And I could see like there being like friction between like them and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I could see GI Joe being like the overly aggressive good guys.
But at least it'll give us a human element, which is something that we don't usually see.
But like they'd introduce an interesting aspect because it'd be like, hey, like this is dangerous. We need to handle it. You're kids. You're freaks. You're aliens. Like
Yeah,
it makes sense. Like in a weird way, it makes sense.
true.
But okay, that's enough speculation. So Rise of the Beasts. What do you think overall?
Overall, I'd give it a B.
B?
Solid
Okay.
B.
Okay. I respect that. Anything you wish they had done or anything you want to see in the future?
Just, bring in some fucking recognizable Autobots for the love of God. Stop making the Autobots look like weak bitches.
Fair.
Um, yeah, just recognizable faces, man. Like Ironhide is supposed to be Optimus's general.
See, I never followed the show enough to know that stuff. I remember watching the old cartoon, but that's about it.
Yeah, Ironhide was always Optimus's right-hand man. I mean, even Hotshot, that was one that they fucking ruined in the last night.
Why would happen to Hotshot?
They ruined his character. They made him some fucking French uh car, and
Hotshot
he's just stupid in that movie. And he's
Transformers.
probably one of the most iconic characters aside from Optimus.
Oh, I see what you mean. He has a cool design at
I
least.
mean, not Hot Rod.
Hotshot. Yeah, okay, same guy. Oh, Hot Rod. Yeah, there it is. It's
Yeah,
underneath Hot Rod. But
yeah,
no,
Hot
okay,
Rod.
I see what you mean there. But he has a cool design at least. Like I
Like
like
in the
it.
original Transformers movie, he become like when Optimus dies, he becomes Rodimus Prime.
Giggity?
Like he gets the matrix of
Oh, yeah.
leadership and becomes Rodimus Prime.
You know what? They did fuck it up. They need to get back on this and fast.
Like I hope like we get to see like even Hot Rod, a character that was done dirty. If you're not gonna bring back Ironhide and Ratchet, like noticeable characters, and bring in a character that got done dirty in the originals and put in Hot Rod.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking 100%. I'm gonna agree with you though. I'm gonna give it a B. B plus. Pretty good. As good as Bumblebee, I think. I'll probably rewatch this one.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it when it's online for free.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Granted, I have stubs, so I get free tickets.
You can probably watch it. Oh, you can watch it in person again though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
I've
watch 3 movies in a day if you want. They just have to be within 2 hours of each other.
What do you mean?
Like your Stubs membership, you get 3 tickets a week.
Yeah.
You can watch 3 movies in one day. You just have to make sure that the movies are 2 hours apart from each other.
Dude, your ass would be so sore at the end of the day though.
I remember I did that once. I saw Shazam and Pet Cemetery, the remake.
What was the third film?
No, I just watched 2. I didn't watch 3. I'd fucking kill myself.
I remember when I saw The Dark Knight Rises, I saw all three in a row. Like I bought tickets for a special showing. So we watched
Ugh.
Batman Begins, then like 10-minute intermission to go take a
You
shit.
made Nikki go to that?
No.
Okay. I
Oh,
was gonna be like, she would fucking kill you.
fuck no. I appreciate the fact that we have a more honest relationship now where I can be like, hey, do you want to come see this with me? And she's like, no, go watch it by
No,
yourself.
you fucking dork.
She says it nicer than that, but yeah.
She spits at you.
Ah, don't tell me what
Get
I'm
away
lying to.
from me.
Fuck off. All right, folks. That's gonna do it for this episode of the Rollback. Next, Bernie, what do we got next week?
Uh,
The Flash.
well, I saw Boogeyman. You all didn't see Boogeyman. You all are doing Flaming Hot, which I saw.
You
But
want
it's
to?
cool. Y'all don't want me on the podcast. I get it.
Oh, you actually.
Sorry. I'm
You
sorry
actually...
I'm so provocative.
You want to jump in tomorrow? You can.
I mean, no, I'm not Mexican enough. Sorry.
What? You're more. You're
No,
probably
I
more
get
Mexican
it.
than me.
I get it. The rollback is racist.
We're all Hispanic. I don't think we could be racist.
No. Chema's Mexican. We're Latino.
What's the difference?
Hispanic apparently is a term used for people that speak Spanish from a non-Latin country. So like Spain.
Okay.
And Latinos are people that speak Spanish, have ancestors from Latin countries, like Mexico.
So we are Latinos.
Yeah. Or if you want to get really woke, you could say Latinx.
Dude, fuck that. Like, I'm sorry. I've never met a Hispanic person that actually had a problem with being called Hispanic.
Because they don't use it.
Dude, we never had a fucking problem. You know, we're getting political here, but it's true. We never had a problem with it. Fuck it. We'll go down that road for a minute. We never cared. I never met a Hispanic person that gave a shit.
So we're going to review Flaming Hot, which, before we even get into it, that was good.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, I'm watching it today. We're reviewing it tomorrow.
I liked it.
Really? Okay.
Like it's one of the, you know how we've always been told like, oh, this movie speaks to me because of my roots.
Yeah.
Like, it's like one movie where I was like wow, like a fucking person who came from like, because he was a migrant worker, like my mom,
Yeah.
and like came from like where my parents came from, like my mom, and he actually did this. Like, it's a one movie where I felt like that.
You know what? I feel like it's gonna be less.
Even your
before
mom,
that.
your mom's a migrant worker, and I don't know what else. What other movies coming out this week?
The Flash.
Oh, The Flash. Yeah.
We're gonna go watch it on Thursday. You, me, and Shu.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Darian, he's gonna join.
Oh, did you buy a ticket for her too?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, we
unfortunately
might.
coming.
You could be sick that day.
She could be sick that day.
Yeah, poison. Is she allergic to anything?
Darian, are you allergic to anything? She says no.
All right, then. All right, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna find a cat, cut up some cat whiskers, and put it in her drink. They're so thin that when she drinks them, they'll cut her internally. She won't bleed and die, but she'll bleed enough to have to go to the hospital, so you can go to the movie.
That's a good idea.
Exactly. Kill Darian. Darian, if you're listening to this, I don't mean it.
No, I have my headphones on, so she has no idea what you're saying.
No, I mean I'm gonna include this on the podcast, so when she
Oh.
hears it later,
She doesn't listen to our shit. Oh, she does apparently.
Oh, see, there you go. You know what?
She's the one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I suggested that we kill you, Darren. I'm sorry.
He's not sorry.
Yes, I am. Oh
All
God.
right.
All right, fucking Fernie, hit the outro.
Thank you for joining us for our recording and review of Transformers Rise of the Beast. You know where to find us wherever you can get your podcast needs, Google, Spotify, Apple, and please check out our YouTube page where I have put out some reviews and Eddie puts out some reviews. They're a lot shorter and usually spoiler free. So if you like that, please check us out on our YouTube page, Facebook, Instagram. I think even Eddie runs our TikTok. So if you have complaints, blame him. But that is our review for Transformers Rise of the Beast. Let's got it.